You wake up.
Alarm. Coffee. Commute. Commute.
8 hours staring at a screen.
Eight hours staring at a screen. Come home. Eat, sleep, repeat. That's your life. That's most people's lives. And somewhere deep inside, you've probably had that thought.
That quiet, rebellious little thought.
What if I just didn't? What if there were no jobs? No boss, no deadlines. No performance reviews.
No pretending to look busy.
When you've already finished your work an hour ago. And you're now rearranging your desktop icons. Well, here's the thing. For the vast majority of human history, we're talking hundreds of thousands of years, that was just called being alive. Our ancestors didn't have jobs.
When your team lacks the necessary tools, productivity suffers.
We don't have the software we need to finish this.
I think I know where we can get a temporary license.
For the vast majority of human history,
and somehow, against all odds, they managed to survive, thrive. Create extraordinary things. And not spend their free time doom scrolling. So what did they actually do? Because this isn't just a fun historical curiosity. The answer to this question reveals something deeply uncomfortable about the world we've built. And something surprisingly beautiful about the world we lost. Let's start with the most important thing to understand. Because almost everything you've been told about prehistoric life is wrong. You know the image. A gruff,
dirty caveman dragging a club. Grunting, barely surviving.
Life was a constant, challenging search for sustenance, punctuated by violence, disease, and the constant, looming threat of death.
Every waking moment was consumed by survival.
No time for anything else.
No space for joy, or creativity, or leisure. Just grim, exhausting, primitive existence. That phrase, nasty, brutish, and short, by the way,
comes from a 17th century philosopher named Thomas Hobbes.
Who had never met a hunter-gatherer in his life.
And was mostly trying to justify why kings should have absolute power. So take that one with a planet-sized grain of salt.
The reality, according to decades of scientific research, is almost the complete opposite.
Hunter-gatherer societies.
The closest living window we have into prehistoric life.
Worked, on average, somewhere between 2 and 5 hours a day.
To meet all their basic needs.
Food, water, shelter, done. The rest of the time, completely free.
let that sink in for a second.
Two to 5 hours to survive.
In a world without supermarkets.
Without running water.
Grunting, barely surviving.
Without Amazon Prime delivering anything to your door. Within 24 hours.
Meanwhile, the average person today works 8 to 10 hours. Plus commuting.
Plus all the invisible labor that comes with maintaining a modern life.
Cooking, cleaning, admin. Paying bills. Filling out forms.
Dealing with the 17 different subscriptions you forgot you had.
And still can't always make rent.
An economist famously described the nature of early human groups.
The original affluent society.
Not because they had a lot of stuff. They had almost no stuff. Deliberately so, actually. Because stuff is heavy, and you have to carry it when you move.
But they had something far more valuable than stuff.
They had time.
A profound, radical abundance of time.
Which immediately raises the question. What on earth did they do with all of it?
What on earth did they do with all of it? The answer, it turns out, is everything.
And when I say everything,
I mean specifically the things that make us human.
In the truest, deepest sense of the word.
Not human as in productive economic unit.
Human as in the thing you are at 2 a.m. talking to a close friend.
Human as in the version of you that cries at music.
for no reason you can fully explain.
Let's talk about the most obvious one first.
In today's lesson, we'll look at the key principles of successful teamwork and communication.
Ancient humans were intensely social creatures.
Not in a vague, performative way.
We are all connected in a modern digital way.
Hmm.